Yo, what's up guys? Corey Sandman Sandhagen here. Welcome to the channel. Today we got Royval versus Moreno. Again, we have one of those archetypes of grounded fighter versus mover. Let's get into it. That's one of my favorite things to talk about. Make sure that you guys are liking and subscribing. Sponsored by Strandlife. Peace. All right, guys, so you know how these kind of breakdowns go a little bit, where I don't like to, sometimes I like talking about just the really technical intricacies of what's actually happening, like the moves or whatever. And then sometimes I like to go over the over-encompassing, like stylistic things that are occurring. This is one of those where we're gonna talk about a lot of the stylistic differences between the two of them, okay? So I'll be Royval, you be Moreno. Royval has this like really jittery, bouncy style, okay? Having that type of style can get you in trouble. In round one, Moreno did a ton of moving around. Don't really know what the strategy was there fully, but in round two, he really started to settle into his stance and not be so movey and try to get out of the way of everything, okay? That worked against Royval in the sense where when Royval is a really jittery guy and he's moving his feet a lot, sometimes when you're doing that, you can overstep a lot, okay? That makes it so that the guy that's more planted to the floor, like Moreno was, can just have this distance get closed for me because Royval is the taller guy. He oversteps, and then Moreno was able to hit him like a decent amount of times in that second round. Like it got a little bit scary there where he hit him with a really hard shot, wobbled him, okay? That was round two. Royval being a little bit too jittery, closing too much space, and Moreno being able to hit him. In round three and kind of the rest of the fight, you see Royval settle into his jitteriness where he wasn't overstepping anymore. It became a lot more where Moreno was still being based in his stance, but instead of Royval being so jittery and shuffling and getting hit, he was a lot less jittery, whether it be tired, the nerves went away a little bit, he made a read, whatever it is. Royval became this like here type of guy where he's not shuffling too close. He became kind of like a one-step guy or like a maybe one small shuffle guy, and that really played out for him really well in the rest of the fight. So again, if I'm gonna be really jittery guy, for those of you guys that really wanna learn from these videos, I need to super be careful of myself shuffling too close, okay? It works when they back up, like if I shuffle and Elias backs up, then that works. But if this person decides to plant themselves to the floor, boom, gonna get hit, okay? Really important. If you're gonna be jittery guy and you have the range on the person, just make sure that you don't overstep towards the guy, okay? Make sure that everything is really tiny with the amount of space that you're trying to close, especially against someone that's grounded, and especially after you kind of took some shots in the second round. I thought Royval made a really great read, if it was a read or getting tired or nerves went away, whatever. But that was a really great read. It made it so that Moreno didn't get to just plant and like hit me really good. It made it so that when he threw at me, I was able to pull myself out of the way here, okay? The last thing that we'll talk about in this fight, guys, is when you are kind of the taller opponent and you're like the quicker closer of the space or the person that either wants to be all the way out or all the way in. The problem with being really jittery like this too and fighting people that are shorter is when I close too much space and my head is up here, I don't have anywhere to exit my face or my target that is super accessible or really that good of an idea. If I'm gonna be kind of the taller guy that likes to fight up here and not sink into my hips like this, I need to be super aware that I don't get too close, because when I do get to here, my options are super limited. I don't get to slip that much. I definitely don't really get to roll. My only option when I leave my head really high is for me to pull my feet out of the way, okay? When Royval goes and steps here, that's really my only exit where my head is that high. If I'm a little bit lower to the floor and I punch and he goes to punch back at me, here I have access to a lot of other things and still my pulls, where when I come high like this, like rolling, slipping, very, very difficult to do. Not because like you're making a mistake, it's because like physically and like body mechanics wise, going from here to slipping or rolling is just too difficult to do, okay? So make sure that you guys like and subscribe below. Make sure that you guys comment whatever you guys want to see more of. Peace, I love you, bye.